One of the biggest complaints of Season of Discovery so far has been the addition of the new reputation, where you need to get supply boxes and then either fill them up or don't fill them up, but either way, you hand them in for an amount of reputation. This reputation is Azeroth Commercial Authority for Alliance and Durotar Supply and Logistics for Horde. The reason it's a big complaint is because at Honoured, every class gets a rune, and some of these runes are actually more or less required to bring your spec online properly. So for Resto Shamans, you get Healing Rain. Holy Paladins need to get honoured so they can get Beacon of Light. And for Rogues to even think about tanking, they have to get the rune from this, because this is actually what gives them just a flesh wound, which is where they take the reduced physical damage and become crit immune. The thing is, it's quite a painful grind, and I put a video out a couple of days ago showing you how you can do it quite quickly. Quickly, probably not the greatest word, you know, but you can do it efficiently, let's say. Well, Blizzard have actually now changed the amount of reputation that's required to get these runes, which I see as both good and bad. So it was honoured before, but they've now changed it down to friendly. So at the moment, this is only working in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. So at friendly now, you're going to be able to get the rune for each of your classes, and it's at a reduced gold cost. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great thing, but I do feel sorry for people that have grinded it the right way. Yes, we know that there was a lot of people that used the item restoration tool early on before Blizzard actually changed that. But for those of us that actually did grind it out legitimately, albeit even with logout skips and things like that I suggested in the last video, it does kind of suck, because we might as well have just waited. The thing that makes this really good is actually getting friendly is not that big of a deal, because when you can start going to places like the Boulder Lobe Mine, which was an area that I actually mentioned in my previous video, you can get some crates that give 800 rep. So the good news is now, you would never have got honoured before 25 unless you really wasted a lot of time physically just getting the rep, because your primary goal was to get honoured before you ding 25. Now as a rogue, you could actually start tanking around, I don't know, let's say 16, 17 quite comfortably. I mean, maybe even earlier, because to get one of the other tanking runes that you need as a rogue, I'm using them as a primary example because they're actually one of the classes that I've heard complain the most, because needing honoured to physically be able to tank kind of sucks. You can now get your rune of teasing at friendly, which is one of the things that brings tanking online. And Blade Dance is just in the Barrens or in Westfall, so, you know, quite easily level 16, 17, absolute maximum, and you'll be able to pick up Blade Dance. So whether or not this was actually thought about by Blizzard, and instead it was just, they thought the honoured grind was just too, I don't know, unfriendly, even though I still feel like, you know, they made their bed, they should have lied in it. I don't want to sound like I'm here like trying to gate content and make things painful, but I think when you've had it like for over a week where people have been forced to farm it out to honoured, I don't know, I think it's a bit of a kick in the teeth to those people personally. But, you know, either way, it's going to be great for alts now. But still, either way, everyone's going to be able to make use of this, and some of those big runes, even like Serpent Spread for hunters, it's just going to be a lot more accessible now. Just a quick update. If you enjoyed it though, and you want more updates, because I'll be covering everything Season of Discovery for its entire lifetime, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.